Sometimes after you get a service done to your truck, I'm talking about like a 10,000 mile where you get the oil and fuel filters changed, you can log fault codes because of the way the service was done. A couple weeks ago, we had a guy come into our shop who got his fuel filters changed. And after he got them changed, he was cranking it to start it, and it didn't start right up. And then his check engine light came on. So they finally got it started, and he came over to the shop, and this is what we found. When he got over to our shop, he had no check engine light on, but he did have the MIL light on, the outline of the engine. And so we hooked up to it, and the fault was 4691, injector medium rail cranking pressure, moderately severe, below normal. And that was because there was a lot of air in the fuel filter on the engine. So normally when we do a service, we screw the engine filter on till it touches and back it off a half a turn. And then we don't crank the engine. We just flip the key on and that'll start the electric lift pump. And we let that run until fuel starts coming out of the filter, and then we tighten the filter to spec. If you choose to put the filter on tight, then you have to do about 5 full key cycles. In other words, you turn the key on and you leave the key on until the lift pump quits running. Then you got to shut it off for about a minute to let it reset, and then you repeat that process. And it takes about 5 times to get it primed. Leaving the filter loose works for us. You can also put that test line on the CompuCheck fitting at the filter head and throw it into a bucket. That's a little less messy if someone's not watching when the lift pump's running. Either way, we like to leave the filter loose because we vent the air out of the filter on the frame. That gets primed, and the one on the engine gets filled up. And then when we start it, we don't have this fault come active that this fella had. Did it cause a problem? Nope, it didn't. The MIL light on is what kind of shook him. Once the check engine light went out, he would have probably went on his way if it wasn't for the MIL. All we had to do was clear the inactive fault code, and the MIL light went out, and we were done. Let's take a look at our snapshot here of the fault. See, as you can see, we're in the cranking state right after the fuel filter changed. And now look at the bottom where we have fuel rail pressure commanded. It wanted about 6,000, and all it had was about 900 pounds until that air got out of there. Thanks for joining me at NeuroSplendor.